Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Wednesday. I was like spinning to like, but I'm like, there's nothing. It was like nothing to catch on to. I was, you know, I can't wait to get the garage cleaned out so I can move all this stuff out there and have like better camera shots set up. Because the angle on this one's just weird, and I liked it at first, and now, I don't. After some time with it, I'm like, I don't really like it, and this desk is not really conducive to me putting it in a lot of other places while it's up against a wall, and so, yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird. It's a wrestler watching television kind of angle to use a computer this way, you know, to be turned this way towards camera, but like everything is right here. But you know. Hey, it's Wednesday. I wasn't going to do this originally. I was just like, oh, well, whatever. But then I managed to get through the morning without really hearing too much about what was going on at the Nintendo Direct. And I was like, oh, that might be fun to watch that. So thought we would kick things off and watch and check that out and see what they had to show, you know? So I kind of queued it up here. Why don't we just get into it? You know? And then after that, I don't know, there's some stuff. I want to try this El Paso Elsewhere demo. This Trepang 2 looks nice, but seems like the sort of game that could just end up being absolutely terrible. You never know. And a few other things. I'm curious about Aliens Dark Descent a little bit, but I don't know. Anyway, there's some video games, and they're going to announce, I assume they're going to announce some video games here with this Nintendo thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Figured let's check that out and see and answer the question once and for all, what it do?
Unusual contraptions.
What? I skipped ahead. This video is an hour plus.
And even more treasures are around every corner.
In the future. Next, we have more news on a certain game with versions of the first two.
And even more treasures are around every corner.
The sound is fucked on the VOD? Oh, great.
You might unexpectedly find...
Yeah, this thing seems broken. Because the first half hour is just the Nintendo Direct logo, but now that I'm playing audio, it's like, oh, seems like they just screwed it up, huh? Okay, so you're saying the UK version is the one to watch? Nintendo UK, Nintendo Direct. I could probably find like the Twitch archive or something too. Is this one like, oi, governor, it's Mario? I hope so. I like the real this different presentation. Just like, it's the date. It's not a sentence. We only have to put the sentence in there, like detailing what's going to be at the show for American audiences, because those people are assholes. And if we don't tell them what's in the show, then they get all fucking weird. And over in the UK, there's like, it's the date, man. There we go. Okay, I was worried that there wasn't any audio in this one, but yeah. So I haven't. I the only thing I know about is the remake, the Mario RPG remake, which is cool. That's a cool idea. And I haven't really seen too much. And other discussion. Like I thought I saw some people. I've seen people posting about Metal Gear in a way that makes me assume that there's a trailer for that thing. That's a part in part of this show, I guess. But that's about it. We got the number one drink in the world right here. Rockstar Pure Zero Punched. Done extremely cold, on the verge of freezing. I was awake at 7, but also I was awake at 1 in the morning. My boy woke up at 1:15 and said, yo, let's party. And I was like, yes, let's. And so we were up from about 1 till about 3. And then he woke up about 6 for realsies. And, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. It's just how it goes sometimes. He's a happy little dude. He looks like he's wearing these silly shorts today. Looks like he's about to go fishing. It's hilarious. He is a hilarious little dude. My daughter also hilarious in a different way. But also, my daughter recently has started yelling help out loud. You have to tell her, like, don't do that. People are gonna get weird ideas about about what's going on if you just start randomly yelling help out loud. Don't do that. Yeah, so let's see what this thing is.
Peggy 18.
Oh, I love it already. Hearing the Peggy 18 man. Damn, Peggy 18. Has JPEG Mafia sampled the Peggy 18 man yet? Because he should. All right, is this Pokemon DLC or what is this? Yeah, okay. Oh, it's for both. What a great... Hey, is there no speech in this? Does the British version just have no talking? Go on an adventure. Part 1, the Teal Mask. Frame rate doubled for this trailer. All right, yeah, there's no talking in Pokemon. We all know that. This one, the Pokemon discourse is so weird now. Maybe it always was, but I guess like you never used to be able to look at the games and say, why are they so fucked up from a technical perspective? It was always like, hey, no, this is good. I don't really like the game anymore, but like whatever, these Game Boy games look good. But like there's just a qualitative issue with these last couple of games, you know? But they still sell, so I guess whatever. Why, you know, they're not really incentivized to care. Oh shit. Oh, Big Shell looks weird now. Snake, welcome to my Grand Blueberry Academy. Is this like a, hey, if you buy the DLC, we'll give you an area that has all the biomes and you can just go catch them all here? Like, hey, if you don't feel like playing the game, this DLC. I cut open a Snorlax and I'm hiding inside its belly. Snake, you can't do that. I just did. I like that this trailer has multiple cutaways to a thing that fades as if to say like, oh my god, look at...
皆さんこんにちは。任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます高橋です。
同じく案内役を務めます小泉です。
最初にご覧いただいたのはポケットモンスタ
Wish I looked
ー
that
ス
good in
カ
the
ーレッ
suit.
トバイオレットの有料追加コンテンツ
Maybe I will
ゼロの
someday.
秘宝です。
Yeah, the US Direct was dubbed.
前編では
I can see why they wouldn't want to use that hyper American voice for the other versions of it.
後編ではガラリと変わって海に浮かぶ先進的な学園が舞台のようです。どちらも気になるところですが、続報をお待ちください。
I mean, we could probably find the archive on Twitch and watch the American version that way.
このダイレクト終了後、ご覧のイベントが始まりますので、
Should we do that? Yes or no? Answer fast.
それではヘッドラインをご覧ください。
No? Okay.
It's a supersonic
Bunch of no's.
squad of superstars.
Okay. At least we get this voice.
Sonic and friends are spin dashing into a brand
Okay,
new
so it's
2D
just the
side-scrolling
translated
game,
parts. Whatever,
Sonic
okay.
Superstars. 12 brand new zones await. Speed through beautiful worlds as Sonic.
Sonic got bigger
Take to
there.
the skies
Slightly bigger
as
Sonic.
Tails. Scale walls and glide as Knuckles.
Do
Or
Knuckles
swing a
stuff as
powerful hammer
Knuckles.
as Amy Rose. By harnessing the incredible power of the Chaos Emeralds, you can summon a storm of clones. Uncover hidden secrets.
The clones should be failed mascot
so much
characters.
more.
It should be like Bubsy and Arrow the Acrobat and stuff.
And
Like,
for the first time in the series, local co-op is available for up to 4 players.
anyway, yeah, this was at Summer Games Fest.
Combine your
It looked like
powers
this.
and take on the evil Dr. Eggman. When Sonic Superstars launches on Nintendo Switch this autumn. A cozy life is just around the corner.
Oh, thank God. Finally.
Welcome to Palia.
You figure Big the
In
Cat's
this free-to-play
DLC there, right? I
adventure
mean,
sim, create the idyllic life of your dreams alongside in-game characters and players from all over the world. Build houses. Decorate your home plot. Grow crops in your garden.
I don't want to.
And more.
Look,
Play with other residents in online co-op or
I
carve
feel like
out
I
your
am not the
blissful
only
life
person that is
solo.
like part of this
And
growing
if you're eager to
backlash of just
explore,
like stop
there's
farm. I
plenty of
don't
life
want to
beyond
farm.
the
I don't
village.
just stop.
Set off on a vast journey to uncover Palia's
Like
many
it
mysteries.
feels like
or
a.
just kick back and relax at home. How you live is entirely up to you.
How I live is entirely
What
up to
kind
me.
of coziness will you choose?
I'm gonna hide inside my house and
Palia
smoke
is free to
cocaine.
play and launches on Nintendo Switch this winter.
That's my cozy game.
Ignite your heart. The Phantom Thieves return in this tactical spin-off of Persona 5. When the group ends up in an unfamiliar world, they must join forces with a revolutionary named
Kinda weird
Arena
to- well, whatever.
combat the armies that have taken control.
Weird to have slots for
During
these
battle,
games that were
assess
kind
the
of part of the
situation
Xbox
and
thing,
determine
right?
whether to unleash an attack up close, from afar, or using a persona. Knock enemies down to perform another action called One More. Then surround your
You
foes
know,
and take them
Persona
out with
stuff.
dramatic flair using the new all-out attack, Triple
The
Threat.
new okay. It's a new all-out attack, but it is in
The
fact
fusion
an all-out
ability
attack.
from the Persona series returns, allowing you to combine personas to form other ones. What is Arena's true objective, and what truths
Also,
lie hidden in this
farming.
strange world? A revolutionary tale will ignite when Persona 5 Tactica launches on Nintendo Switch November 17th.
Pacific Standard Time.
Step into a Saturday morning cartoon.
They don't like. What does that mean?
Calling all
So, I'm
heroes
sorry.
for
What
the
does that mean
first-person
now?
Roguelike adventure, Mid-Force. Enter
Step into a Saturday
high-fantasy
morning
world
cartoon.
inspired
Also,
by
Saturday morning cartoons haven't
cartoons of
existed
the
for
past.
decades.
It's up to you
Does
to
the
stop
core
evil
audience
Daedalus from
for
taking over.
video
But
games
it
and
won't be
Switch
easy.
games know what a
Treacherous
Saturday
tombs
morning
and
cartoon
cryptic
is?
Castles threaten your survival. Wield medieval weapons and legendary magic to smite hordes of monsters. During each run, you can find treasure to help boost your character's abilities, weapons, and
Do you
more.
have? That'd be a fun list
Plus,
of
up to
words
4
to
brave
build.
heroes can share
Like a
the
list of
adventure
words that are
online
in a
co-op.
trailer or
Drop
in
in
marketing
and
for a
out
game that
anytime as
immediately
you
tell
face the many
you,
perils ahead.
like,
By
oh,
the power
okay.
of teamwork,
Like when that man said run,
Mid-Force launches
how
on
many people
Nintendo
went,
Switch
oh.
this year. This Splatfest is going to be pretty sweet.
And I like run-based games. That's not me, you know, whatever. But I know that there's become a real reaction.
The next Splatfest for Splatoon 3 has been confirmed. Okay, Squids, here's the theme. Which flavor of ice cream is best? Vanilla, strawberry, or mint chip? This Splatfest will be held during the dates shown on screen.
These are bad options.
These choices.
How
are
depressing is
delicious.
ice cream in Japan? I'll tell you,
Guide
it's
your
like kind
favorite
of
flavor to
like
victory.
in terms of just like here's some ice cream. They have tons of fun treats
Plus, get splatting and themed battles with
available in a
challenges.
handheld-like capacity,
More
in my experience.
Splat-tastic
But
events are on the way. Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
is Neapolitan ice cream just something different in Japan? I don't know.
To promote an even stronger bond between the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City, I hereby proclaim this day the start of Pokemon Friendship Week.
Tim Goodman.
Wearing his iconic,
You two are
his
the
iconic
ideal
hoodie.
detective duo.
The duo returns.
Disguises are a key part of detective work.
Quit goofing off and investigate.
Ah, so much for my coffee. Something tells me this is just the beginning. A light roast today, huh?
Dead prostitutes, and this time I have nothing to do with it. All right, let's go solve some crimes, kid. Ugh. Detective Pikachu is hiding a dark secret.
There is something the two of you must know.
You too. Based on our deductions, the culprit is clear, isn't it? A bolt of brilliance. The name's Pikachu, and I'm what you might call a great detective.
Great.
I sure wish somebody would bring me some coffee.
Great.
完全新作帰ってきた名探偵ピカチュウをご覧いただきましたが、コーヒーは相変わらず好きなようでしたね。
主人公ティムとおっさんピカチュウのコンビはどんな
Tough
活躍を
talking
見せてくれるのでしょ
Pikachu.
う
Like,
か。
yeah, tough talking is
そ
maybe.
こをお待ちください。続いてはこちらをご覧くだ
More
さい。
info will be revealed in the future. Yeah, so this is kind of I think this is the one thing that I heard about before I was like, I'm not going to look. This is a great game. This was a great game. The original game is fucking fantastic. Like an all-timer. One of the greatest games of all time. You know? And so redoing it, like, yeah, cool. And you kind of also hope, and you know, not to spend a bunch of time going like, well, in 3 years maybe we'll, you know, but like, what if they made another one, right? What if they? This is also, yes, this is a really good case for a remake because of the graphical style and the way that game looks. Now that the kind of that Donkey Kong Country-ish sort of pre-rendered, captured, it looks terrible as the years have gone on. Yeah, I mean, especially, yeah, I mean, you play the game on a CRT, you're gonna it'll still look like how it looks. It still looks okay, but like, you know, no one's doing that anymore. So just re-releasing that game on Switch or as part of the SNES package or, you know, any of those other things, I think you will lose something in the process.
スーパーファミコンで発売したスーパーマリオ RPG がグラフィックを一新して蘇ります。
当時遊ばれた方もまだ遊んだことがないという方もマリオシリーズの最初の RPG
Why not take the opportunity to jump in the very first RPG? Yeah, why not take the opportunity to jump? Because you can jump.
ご覧いただいた
It
の
was
は
such a
マリ
cool
オが主役
thing
のタイトルでしたが
when they
これだけ
made
じゃない
the
んです
when they made that game, when they put it out, and you were like, wait, I can jump. Weird. Like the combat in that game is so cool, especially compared to the other stuff, you know, coming out at the time.
ご覧いただいているのはピーチ
Oh,
姫が主役
okay.
の
Yeah,
完全
they
新
should
作
make
タイト
another
ルです
Princess Peach game. By the time it comes out, maybe my daughter will be able to actually control a character.
おやあらどうなっちゃうんですか
He seems very confused.
今回はここまでです。詳しい内容は改めてお伝えしますが、小泉さん、これだけじゃないんですよ。
He was not fucking ready for that. He was like, whoa, dude!
任天堂 3DS で発売したルイージマンション2をグラフィックを新たに開発しています。
Okay.
臆病なルイージの再びの活躍にご期待ください。
Yeah, okay. Go polish that up
どち
before
ら
you
の
put
タ
it
イトルも
out.
2024年に発売予定です。
マリオリン、ピーチ姫、そしてルイージとマリオファミリーのタイトルがいろいろ出るんですね。
That movie was
これらのタイト
popular.
ルに
It's almost like we coordinated
それではヘッドラインをご覧くださ
a
い。
year of Mario to follow the success of the film.
Become
Which is,
Gotham
you know-
City's ultimate protector.
Wait, what? Oh, this is the okay. Wait, they're putting this game out on fucking Switch? Are they putting? Wait. Oh, I guess, man.
You're all going down.
Okay.
You still know how to make an entrance.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Sure. I don't know. There's
Today is the Joker's big homecoming.
2 of these 3 games were amazing.
Soon I will command forces beyond your comprehension. I've waited long enough. Batman dies tonight.
This place is dangerous. I like it.
The idea of these games in one package that you may consider playing back to back to back is exhausting, man. Like, the first game is so amazing. The second game, I think, is really incredible as well. Third game, even with the benefit of years between them and, you know, another game between, you know, like
You're always welcome here.
it wore out its welcome. And so the idea of them all coming in one package, the idea of someone finishing that first game and going, yeah, all right, let's get right into the second one, is just like, oh my God. It's too much. It's too much of that.
Lead your
You
mercenaries
need
through
some years
cursed
between those
dungeons
games
in
in
the
order
lands
to
of
continue
Gloomhaven.
enjoying them.
Your tactical prowess is all that stands between riches and
And
certain death. This adaptation of the hit board game features turn-based card battles with RPG elements. Unleash deadly combos and bring doom upon your foes. But beware, exhaustion is close at hand.
Tell me about it. You don't need to fucking warn me.
Mercenaries,
Exhaustion
brave
is
over
close. Yeah, no
260
kidding.
grueling missions and master over 1,000 abilities.
Massive
Hone your
boulder.
deck, set up synergies, and gain every advantage to survive. Grit your teeth and earn your keep when Gloomhaven launches on Nintendo Switch September 18th. Pre-orders for the Mercenaries and Gold Editions begin today on Nintendo eShop. Keep the dance party going.
I refuse. I will not keep the dance party going, especially with this pirate man. People were playing this when I went to go see Ubisoft's games. There were people off in a corner playing this, and I did not go see what they were up to. TT me pregunto indeed. Right. Yeah, sails in it. I forgot. Yeah, gotta have a pirate. What? Just Dance Plus. Why not? Subscription service. Sure, it worked for Rocksmith. Right? Right?
A silent hope lies in a world without words. One day, a once peaceful realm was silenced by its king. Now, 7 wordless warriors will rise. In this action RPG, these heroes bound by fate must work together to explore the abyss and find the secluded king. However, with its ever-changing dungeons,
for a second I thought this game was named Marvelous Europe, and I was like, yes,
will be no
absolutely.
Wield weapons like swords.
No, we're watching the UK version because the archive of the US version is busted on YouTube.
Chasm. After you return to base, materials you've collected will help you cultivate resources and forge new items.
Oh, okay. So I can cultivate resources like by farming.
Grow stronger and dive deeper.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Your guide on this journey is the kingdom's sorrowful princess, encased in a crystal of her own tears. And her mysterious power, her voice reverberates in the hearts of the silent warriors. Why
made of her own
steal the
tears.
world's words, and what
like
awaits the warriors in the depths
the
of
uplifting
abyss?
read on that is just
Silent Hope dives onto Nintendo Switch October 3rd.
Yeah, okay. That looks fine.
In these Nintendo Switch games. Cast spells and cultivate your best life.
Stop saying cultivate!
Make use of magic to complete tasks and fend off mischievous foes. Enrich your farm.
I looked at
to
Fae
help your
Farm a little
character
bit at Summer
flourish.
Games Fest, and
Decorate your space to
it's
improve
very
your
much
stats for the day
one of
ahead.
these.
And enchant your friends
But it looked all right.
locally
I don't
or
know.
online in 4-player co-op. Fae Farm launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch September 8th. Pre-orders including an in-game bonus are available now
Log
on
bench.
Nintendo eShop. Zoom into wild racing action with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
I'm giving my action game voice for this one.
Pull off outrageous stunts to avoid obstacles.
I'm glad they're making another one of these.
Knock your rivals out of the way.
Really liked that first
Unleash
one,
your
but also
creativity
did not
by
play that
modifying
much
your
of it.
vehicles and building your own tracks. Race locally with friends in split
Cultivate
scroll co-op.
tracks with the track
Plus,
farm.
Up to 12 players can hit the track online. Grab the wheel when this game speeds onto Nintendo Switch October 19th. Get your chassis looking classy in
Whoa.
Manic Mechanics.
I got a press release for this that 4J sent out, and it's like one of those technically true things that you're just like, okay. Like it says, Minecraft developer 4J Studios announces new game mechanic thing. And you're like, yeah, 4J does the console. I don't know if they do all the console ports or if they just do Switch and a couple others or something. But it's like, it's kind of like, yeah, you develop, you port.
Paid DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Mario and friends journey to a musical planet filled with new areas to explore and new enemies to battle. What else will they find in this world of melodies?
I mean, don't they find Rayman? Or is that a different thing?
Hunter launches later today. A demo of the main game is available now on Nintendo eShop.
No one bought it, so here's a demo along with the DLC. Oh God.
You really think you stand a chance against us?
Yeah, hold off for the next Nintendo platform. They're going to update it for that apparently, so. I'm a Dark Prince, I'm rising.
To take arms against me?
Very well.
Okay.
You are now cursed, unable to harm monsters.
This voice acting is amazing.
You're going to have to become a monster wrangler.
This is new Dragon Quest Monsters, huh?
Let's go!
Whoosh. monsters are defeated. Hooray. They can sleep. And they can sleep. Cool. Some of those games were cool. I you know.
The so-called hero is
Slimes are good. More games with slimes. More Goldman.
ご覧いただいたのはスクエアエニックスさんのドラゴンクエストモンスターズ3魔族の王子とエルフの旅です。主人公のピサロが魔族の王になるまでに
Are they just calling it Dragon Quest Monsters 3 in Japan?
今後の続報をお待ちください。
続いては不思議な生き物が登場するあのタイトルの続報です。
A certain game with plant-like creatures, if you get my meaning. It's a weed game. Oh. No, it's a weed game.
As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms.
Remember we were talking yesterday about like, on the podcast, someone sent in a question saying like, oh, what are some game franchises
and the
that you simply cannot care about or simply will not, like, do not care about?
Your mission, should you choose to accept
if I had thought of it, this would have been near the top of the list.
And save
Pikmin.
any castaways
No, thank you.
All right, let's explore together. Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action. Blow your whistle to gather them and
Blow
have
the whistle,
them follow you.
as Short Dog might say.
Throw your little buds at things, and they'll start working for you. Ochi will also
Like, that's not me
prove to be
saying that
great
Pikmin is a
canine
bad game or
companion.
whatever. Like, I do not enjoy
carry
playing
items
these
with
games
Pikmin.
at all, man. I just don't.
Or smash obstacles in your way. And if you need a flotation device, well,
He's a dog
there you go.
thing.
Ochi can even stand up to the wildest creatures. Collect lots of treasures scattered around the planet to fix the spaceship's radar and open up new areas to explore. Exploration isn't limited to the surface, though. Why not take the plunge underground?
I see the underground map is like it's the exact same size as the above ground map, and in fact, the
Unusual
shrines, the
contraptions?
routes you hit to light up the world, so
Native
it's
creatures?
that's like basically like a inverse version.
And even more treasures are around every corner. You might unexpectedly find some castaways, too.
Fetch him.
Hey,
I won't
wait
touch
a
him.
minute. This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got to stop him. It's time for a Dandori battle. Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your
Embrace
Pikmin
the
and
art
Ochi.
of Dandori.
Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit to win, and save the castaway. By rescuing castaways, you'll be able to do more activities back at base camp, which is right next to
The
your
mystical
spaceship.
arts of
Train Ochi and teach him new
Dandori.
skills. Or build new equipment and items to help make exploration more manageable. For the first time in the Pikmin series, you can eventually set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch. Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert.
Just like real life.
Thankfully, you'll come across the new Glow Pikmin, which only appear at night.
Yo, man,
Find
those are
luminals
ghosts.
that
Is that
produce
those
valuable
just
glow
dead
sap.
Pikmins?
These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use Glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminals.
Ask your doctor if luminol is right for you.
Many more surprises await in this uncharted planet. But with the Pikmin and Ochi by your side, no challenge is too big or too small. Pikmin 4.
これまで危険な夜の探索は避けていましたが、最新作ではついに夜にまで冒険が及ぶようです。皆さんの指示でぜひピクミンを導いてあげてください。
そしてピクミン1、ピクミン2についてお知らせがあります。
Okay.
ゲームキューブで発売した両タイトルの HD バージョンをこのダイレクト終了後に配信します。
Alrighty.
そして6月29日にはピクミン4の発売に先駆けて
Interesting to see some of these different situations where like, oh, the digital versions are out right now, but hey, it's, you know, the physical's not going to be out until September.
ぜひプレイしていただければと思います。それではヘッドラインをご覧ください。
The renowned series of stealth action games is infiltrating Nintendo Switch as Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. This compilation includes Metal Gear Solid.
I've heard of it.
Infiltrate and regain control of Shadow Moses Island.
Very swimmy
Metal
textures.
Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty.
All right.
Locate
Yeah.
and retrieve a deadly amphibious weapon.
Hell of a game.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater.
I'm good.
Survive the
I'm all right.
jungle and confront your former mentor.
Ah.
You can also enjoy the games
Okay.
that started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, as well as the NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge.
Snake's Revenge. They're gonna put that in there. That's like that's something you can do with Kojima gone, I guess. Right? They didn't. The past re-release, they didn't put Snake's Revenge in there, did they?
Books and master books with story and character info, strategy guides for each game,
Yeah.
and a digital soundtrack.
No one's left to tell them no.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That's funny. That's really funny that that's in there.
Solid games will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop.
Because again, in a world where Kojima is somehow still part of Konami, you have to imagine that would never, ever, ever happen.
Steel Thyself. Vampire Survivors is coming to Nintendo Switch.
It's almost kind of sad.
You have what it takes to survive a 30-minute
But cool, you know, but hey,
of monsters.
Whatever.
Stay on the move to avoid enemies and attack automatically with your weapon.
Attack automatically? That doesn't sound like much fun.
But swarms of increasingly
What is this bootleg Castlevania game? What is this?
You survive by getting treasure chests from defeated enemies or by leveling up.
This is just a Konami block, right? They do the Metal Gear thing, and then this whatever this Castlevania game is that?
Fit. Plus, up to 4 players can now play together in couch co-op.
Huh.
What other horrors lie in store? Find out when
Co-op is
Vampire
cool.
Survivors
That's coming to the other
launches on
versions of the
Nintendo
game. I saw the
Switch
press
August
release this morning.
17th. Let's check in on some upcoming European tournaments.
Okay.
After 4 years, the Splatoon European Championship is back in action. Teams from 12 regions
I assume this was a US
Splatoon
segment in the other version, or that maybe they just didn't have it at all.
Anarchy battles. The winning teams from each region will go on to compete in the European final in Frankfurt, Germany. Which team will be crowned the 2023 European
Oh, they talked about
champion
Nintendo Live,
and take home this incredible
the PAX
trophy?
thing, the September
Please
thing.
stay tuned to our social
That's a neat little
channels for
trophy.
more info on regional tournaments in your country, as well as news on the finals. And that's not all. Music and pigeons? Sounds pretty cool.
Fuck you, man.
You're a pigeon. Yeah, you heard that
Stop
right.
this.
Play online in this rhythm battle royale and aim to be the last bird
Rhythm
standing.
battle. Okay.
Up to
Yeah.
30 players can ruffle each other's feathers in musical minigames. Copy the leader's actions perfectly in Yes, Commander. Fire a slingshot.
Oh, I love to play a
music
nice
in
game of
First
Yes,
Piano
Commander.
Race and fly to the rhythm in To the Sky, and more. With over 20 minigames, you're in for an impeccably good time. Get ready to shake those pigeon tails when
Not into
Headbangers
mini
Rhythm
games.
Royale
Too
bops
long.
its way
Micro
onto
games.
Nintendo Switch,
Maybe.
October 31st.
But come on. Who has the time?
Ready, set, yo!
I don't let this is we got to turn
Penny
this
is
off.
on the run, entangled in a
Ready,
chaotic
set, yo.
audition that veered way off script.
Cool,
She's managed to
pretty
make some
cool. Come on.
powerful enemies and a newly animated friend. In this 3D platforming adventure from the team behind Sonic Mania, you'll explore the bright and colorful world of Macaroon and help Penny and Yo-Yo escape the clutches of the grouchy Emperor Eddie. Perform stylish acrobatic tricks to avoid Eddie's massive horde of pushy penguins. And power up Yo-Yo to protect Penny from foul play.
Sega's not going to let us keep cranking
You can
out
also put your speed running skills to the test in time attack mode.
well-made
Unlock
Sonic fan
special
games.
items,
So
complete secret stages and more. This is your
this looks
big
cool.
break.
This also looks
After
like
all,
some
take the
alternate
stage
history
when
where this
Penny's
was a
Big
fucking
Breakaway
Genesis game
launches
that
on Nintendo
no one
Switch
played, right?
early
Where it's just
next
like,
year.
hey man, like we were talking about earlier, like Arrow the Acrobat is back, you know, and
Rev
Bug
up for
is getting
Wave 5.
rebooted for
A brand new course is racing
too little
into
too late.
Wave
My daughter is
5
done
of
with
the
Mario Kart.
Kart
Sorry.
Deluxe Booster
Should have put
Course
your tracks
Pass
out faster.
DLC.
Might have helped.
Introducing Squeaky
This looks
Clean
nice. This looks
Sprint.
like this looks like it'd be a fun track for her, but she's fucking done.
Mario Kart Double Dash,
And she does not want to play as a
Kitty
plant.
Piranha.
So,
From Mario Kart
Well.
7, Wiggler.
I mean, I love Wiggler. It is Wednesday.
And from Mario Kart Tour, Kamek. Wave 5 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass zooms onto Nintendo Switch this summer. This DLC can be purchased on its own, while active Nintendo Switch Online
If you're
Plus
crazy.
expansion pack members can also enjoy it at no additional cost. Two worlds, one fateful encounter. A remake of the second Star Ocean game, complete with new graphics that fuse 2D and 3D, is on the way. After a mission goes wrong, Federation Officer Claude is stranded on an undeveloped planet.
This looks
There,
neat.
He meets
This is
Rena,
a this
who
is a
possesses mystical powers. Was it fate or mere coincidence? Soon after, the two get entangled in a sinister
I like the
plot
weird
within
choice
the galaxy.
of making the
this
characters look that
science
way
fantasy
while the
RPG,
world looks much
select
more
either
modern,
Claude
like they're just
or Rena
stylistically
as your hero
fascinating, you know?
and play through the story from
Claude
their
C, Kenny?
perspective. You'll also meet over
Does
a
Claude with a
dozen
C and then
potential
middle name
allies
C?
from all walks of
Kenny with a
life.
K. CCK, not Claude with a K, not a middle name K. Don't hang that on me, man. Shit.
On who can be recruited to your
Claude
cause.
Kenny, man, come on.
Battles take place in real time, and skills can be performed with a single button. New combat features in this remake include
old
stunning
jump and
enemies
thump.
with chain attacks. And having allies not in your current party unleash follow-up attacks, letting you map out strategic battles in your favor. As you
This looks
search
cool.
for a way
I
home,
like the look
an
of this a
ancient
lot.
prophecy will unfold, and your destiny will be awakened. Save the planet in Star Ocean: The Second Story Arc.
I remember these games being
launching on
very
Nintendo
beloved. You
Switch
know, this was a time
November
when
2nd.
someone other than me was reviewing those games. So yeah.
Time to move it.
Oh, is it?
Wario style.
Fuck, man. Yeah. Are you gonna make a good one? Because the last one was not.
Micro game mayhem.
Yeah.
In the latest
Here we go.
WarioWare game.
Fucking A. God damn it. Redeem yourself.
Joy-Con
No. Oh, no.
controllers.
No.
Then,
No.
Action.
No. Move it. Okay.
Move your body to take on a flurry of lightning fast.
It's like the
micro
fucking
games.
Wii one.
What you
You might have
do
to fucking
and
hold
how
it on
you
top of your
move
head
depends
and
on the micro game.
fuck
React
off.
quickly with the right movement, and you'll be on the road to victory.
Excellent.
Man.
You've got two pairs of controllers. Play with a friend in local co-op. Sync up your actions to beat each micro game. Plus, up to 4 players can live it up across various mini games in party mode. For example, this
party
dicey
mode.
board game is going to keep you on your toes.
Man. You know what's
Hit
good?
your
You know what's
body
great?
moving in
WarioWare.
over 200 lightning fast micro games.
But not as a fucking Joy-Con thing. That's what the Wii one was, a fucking bummer, man. It was a bummer.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Ah! Ah! I'm so bummed out, man. That's like such a bait and like, yay, WarioWare. Oh, fuck.
結構ノリノリだったのでそっとしておきました。
Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll work out. Anyway, this is the latest WarioWare game.
全身でポーズを取りながらの瞬間アクションに挑戦してみてください。ここで皆さんにもう一つお知らせがあります。先月発売したゼルダの伝説 Tears of the Kingdom は大変多くの方に
That last one was such a fucking bummer. Like, what if they redeemed it and made just a good fucking WarioWare game? Damn it! Damn it, man! Wait, Ganon's in that game? Spoilers!
さて、次が最後の映像となります。こちらをご覧ください。
Dude. What a weird look. This is cool. But what a weird look. Or what I mean, I don't know. Advanced look? What everything is talking and instead of score and points, it's popping off like words when you kill enemies in sequence. I assume at some point 3 more characters are going to walk on screen, right? Because this is... Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Ah! Yeah? Okay. That... You found a way to make tall Mario even creepier. Sure. Yeah. That looks fucking great. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I guess they haven't shown any multiplayer, have they? This has just been different playable characters in a... Okay, there we go. Yeah. I don't especially want a multiplayer, you know, like the multiplayer thing is such a different series of problems, but this has the vibe of like the makers of the new Super Mario Brothers games were approached and said like, you got to make another one, and they were like, look, man, no, but if we're gonna make another one of these, we have to fucking go off. Like, if we're gonna make another one of these, you have to let us make it. You have to let us make Elephant Mario. You have to let us turn Mario into a fucking elephant. The fire flowers have to fucking speak. The pipes need to wiggle like worms. And they were like, yeah, cool, man. That sounds insane. Okay, that's a bad... Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, yes. I'm microdosing Wonder Flower right now. What the... All right, yeah. Oh, what a cool fucking look, man. Yep. I like the recap. And then Mario became an elephant at the end. Did you see that shit?
今回の任天堂ダイレクトは以上となります。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
Elephant Mario is beautiful. Everything about that looked perfect in terms of just like, hey, how can we, you know, again, like I was saying, like, how are you going to move this thing forward? Without just saying, here's new Super Mario Brothers 3, 4, whatever, you know, whatever number they got to, but, you know, being able to say, okay, no, we are going to redo this art style again. We're going to make it more vibrant. We're going to get Chris Pratt in here. No, like that looked really great. That looked really great. So that's cool. At least there's that. And well, whatever. And you know, hey, remaking Super Mario RPG is a great move. It's a great move. You know, it's easy to forget about it because, you know, it's a remake or whatever, but like, that's awesome. That's a great game that more people should play. Hopefully they do right by it. In the remake, you know, Luigi's Mansion coming to Switch just feels like one of those, not enough people played this. We should probably have more people play this and what have you. You know, new Princess Peach game. Sure. They should do that. But at the same time, man, fucking WarioWare. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Why? WarioWare is along with, let's say, Rhythm Heaven, are Nintendo's two greatest franchises. And Rhythm Heaven, it's, you know, we haven't seen one in a while. It seems unlikely that, you know, like there's reasons behind the scenes why there's, you know, not another one of those. But like, you know, WarioWare is, all of those games are gimmicky, right? All of those games are gimmicky to the platform that they appear on for the most part. You know, when they got to the DS, it became a touch game. They did the one with the tilt sensor built in and made that the gimmick for the whole game. Like they've always done that. There was that great 3DS. They did WarioWare Gold, which was a great kind of compilation of kind of the classic regular WarioWare games and all that, and that's just been that's awesome. But that last one on Switch, where you played as an actual character and the different characters had different moves, just was so off. Also, it didn't have a lot of the fun bonus unlockable stuff that WarioWare had become known for. It was just disappointing across the board. And so, I don't know. I was stuck with a feeling of like, well, I guess that's the WarioWare we're going to get on Switch. It's a fucking bummer. But, well, okay. Maybe next time around they'll do right by it. And then to say like, oh no, actually we're going to make another WarioWare for Switch. Like, yeah. Oh, that Wii game was, just not that fun. And it's not because it's motion or whatever. Like, again, like I said, WarioWare has frequently adapted whatever gimmicks of the platform it appears on. So it's not out of the ordinary that Wii game was stance-based and movement-based and whatever else. But I think the other big problem with it is that they tried to make it kind of a party game. And that's fine, but I feel like the single-player experience in that game really fucking sucked. In comparison to the great WarioWare games. And so seeing this and they're like, all right, take those Joy-Cons out. And if you bought a Switch Lite, I hope you go fuck yourself. I hope you die in a ditch. You bought the cheap Switch, I hope you fucking choke on your own blood. That's an official quote from Nintendo. They didn't translate it, but that's what they were saying. I could tell. Yeah, I don't, it's a bummer. I don't want to do motion controlled Joy-Con shit ever again. I just don't. So that's a real that's a real rug pull for me. Of like, yeah, oh no. But shit happens, I guess. I don't know. That was a good little show. You know, things that you didn't know about were shown. Like, that's exciting, right? Add them to the stack of announced Nintendo products, some of which don't have a date. And And Metroid Prime 4, you know, I don't... Maybe it'll just never come out. I think at that point, it's probably safe to assume that that's a launch game for the next thing, right? Or maybe they straddle generations with it if they want to, or whatever. But if there's going to be a Metroid Prime 4, it'll... At some point, it probably just makes sense to just not do it, you know, for the Switch and have it be a thing that helps fuel sales of the next one or whatever else. And maybe they do the remasters, the other remasters of 2 and 3 for Switch, just to kind of tide people over. I don't really know. I don't you know, and I don't really care. I'm with Super Smash Snake, who says, I want a Dread 2. Yeah, Metroid Dread 2 would be good. Those are the good Metroids. Metroid Prime are the bad Metroids. And I think it's about time all of you came around to realizing that. Because 2D Metroid is good Metroid. Metroid first-person adventure game masquerading as a first-person shooter with fucking lock-on targeting. No, thank you. So that remaster was pretty good. I don't know. The remaster they just put out for Switch and kind of, you know, made the controls make a little more sense in a modern context was actually, you know, that's the right way to re-release that game. Though I think also in some ways when you put regular ass controls on Metroid Prime, you only further expose its lack of prowess as a shooter. But that's fine. I don't know. Like, it's not, you know, Metroid was never a shoot. I mean, you shoot in Metroid, but that's not the, you know, you're exploring, you're getting gear, you're doing cool shit. That's Metroid. You're exploring. And they adapted that well to 3D for what it was. But, I don't know. They used to make really good Metroid games, and Metroid Dread proved that they still can, and they should probably do that. Anyway, that's the Nintendo Direct. Better than, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel that was a really good one. By Nintendo Direct standards, that seemed fucking badass. Like, I don't know. You know, they're like out there saying, hey, here's a bunch of Metal Gear. I know all the Metal Gear stuff is coming to every platform, right? I wonder if the NES versions will come to the other versions or not, because there's been... What did they do for that Turtles collection? Because the NES games are in the Turtles collection, but maybe they don't call them NES. So they, you know, there's this weird hoops where they're just like, oh, it's, you know, the 8-bit version of the game is here, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, that they've used to not say the word Nintendo. Yes, version N. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe they end up doing that. But yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe that could be a situation where it's an exclusive deal for Switch to get that. They are coming to all versions. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if they had confirmed it or not, but good. They should do that, because that's, you know, look, I think it's fantastic that people over the years have gotten the ability to play the MSX versions of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. Because they're really interesting. Metal Gear 2 especially so, because it's kind of this lost game, and people think of Snake's Revenge as the sequel to Metal Gear. Maybe not anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's one of those things that back then they did, but back then we called it Final Fantasy 2 instead of Final Fantasy 4 as well. So, but Metal Gear 2 is a really interesting game to go back to. The way even the MSX version of Metal Gear 1 is different enough from that NES game that it's like, it's cool to see it. But I think to do it right, you have to have the other, you know, the NES games as well, because that's what people remember. And like, it would be really neat at some point. Like, why do it? But that's almost like a ROM hack at that point. Like, what if they hacked the shit from Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 into the NES Metal Gear framework? That'd be kind of cool. The question is Kojima getting residuals? No. What? Who's getting residuals off of 8-bit Nintendo games? No one had contracts like that back then. That's not... Hell no. Kojima isn't even getting residuals off of Metal Gear Solid games, I'm sure. Like, no. Why would... The real question is, will they keep his name on it at all, or will they spite fuck him out of it and remove his name completely, along with all the credits from the original games or something? I don't know. I'd be curious to see how that goes. But no, like residuals, that's not that's only barely a thing now, and not even, you know, maybe if the video game industry ever unionizes, that's something they can negotiate for, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, I don't know, like good variety of stuff. That I feel like that's the best. Yeah, unions in Japan. It is hilarious. You know, maybe we get them in the US first and then we'll see what happens. But that was I feel like that was a really solid direct. Like what's the list of games here? You know, and that's not to say I care about every single game or whatever, but like, hey, Detective Pikachu, that Super Mario RPG thing, that's a fucking banger of an announcement. That's huge. Vampire Survivors coming to Switch is a big deal. Penny's Big Breakaway looked good. You know, as much as WarioWare Move It is going to crush me and crush my soul and make me sad, it's a big surprise. Also, hey, notice that they made it through this whole thing without ever once saying that Everybody 1-2 Switch is coming out in like 9 days or whatever it is. You notice that they put that trailer out for that game like a few days ago? Just real nonchalant, like, here. That was them putting that out so that they didn't have to put it in this show. Like, if you want an indication of how does Nintendo feel about Everybody 1-2 Switch, there you have it. Like, dead of night, here's a trailer for this thing. Let's not sully our Nintendo Direct with that fucking downer of a video game. Like, they're really... I feel like they've signaled quite well that is not a product to be considered. You know, they show some new amiibo for the people that are into that, and then they close on a new fucking Super Mario Brothers game, a new 2D Super Mario Brothers game. Like, that's, you can't ask for too much more than that. Especially, you know, like a month or whatever after Zelda came out, and Zelda's a fucking banger. It's like, hey, here's a smash hit, Game of the Year contender, Legend of Zelda game. And then a month later, here's some more stuff coming along. And, you know, hey, that's cool. The third-party stuff, I don't know. That's fine. Some of it, like the Arkham trilogy coming to Switch is just like a weird... Like, you highlight that because Warner Brothers is, you know, a good partner and you want to do them. But, like, at the same time, including something like that in a show. Like, those games are super old, and saying, like, they're coming to Switch. Like, are you doing anything to them? No, we're making them run on Switch, which is, goddamn it, that should be enough because, holy smokes, it's going to take some time to port this stuff. Like, I don't know. Remember when they put out, like, what is it, Batman Armored Edition at the Wii U launch? And it's just like, oh, okay. All right, you're putting this out, huh? Sure. It feels like that. Feels like that. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no real complaints there. That's Dragon Quest Monsters is a franchise that I, in theory, love, and in reality... don't make a ton of time for. But cool that they're making another one of those. Pikmin fans are sick in the head, but they're getting what they want, I assume, with a new game and the first two games remastered. Like, hey, Pikmin fans feasting this year. Yeah, not a bad list. Not a bad list at all. And that Super Mario game, like that is it's fucking wild look to it. So I don't like that just looked great. Like just conceptually, the idea that like as you're like the use of speech bubbles is a really weird choice and a really crazy, like you're like, oh, okay. And just the assuming that the game full on looks like that, but the, you know, little touches of reaching back to grab the hat as you're going in the pipe and whatever else, like the art quality, the number of the Street Fighter 3 of 2D Mario games. No, but like it had just a really fucking neat look to it. And then, and then you can get the Wonder Flower or whatever and make the whole game trip out. I wonder if that's a situation where, like, maybe you don't have to get the Wonder Flower and you can just stay in the normal realm, but you'll miss some of the coins. And so the right way to do it is to do it like this and then jump here and then go back and get this coin. Because I assume there's 5 coins to collect or whatever, right? I assume there's some sort of, like it looked like on the HUD there and on some of the World Select stuff, it looked like there were some collectible things in each level that you would have to get. So one would assume that that's part of how that whole thing ends up working, of playing a level multiple times because you got to jump back in to do this. That stuff's cool. The collectible stuff, their method of doing that, of like get all these coins because that's the only way to unlock the truly difficult levels at the end of the game. I think some of the way they did some of those new Super Mario Brothers games felt wrong, felt backwards, felt off because of that. And I love the Super Mario World style of like, yo, we put hidden exits in these levels. And some of them you'll see little bits and pieces and go, I bet that's going to lead to there's a key here. I bet if I carry this through the whole, it's not like it's super hidden or whatever, but I like I like that. I like the, like, hey, there's parts of these levels that are tricky. And if you can figure it out, then you can go a different way. And you might find bonus levels there. You might do, like I thought that was, I wish they did that again. Like that's kind of missing from, well, I don't know, missing is a strong word, but I always liked that format. I thought that was a really great idea at the time, and I wish that they would do a little bit more like that at some point. After all these years, that might be what if they put out a game and called it Super Mario World 2, and then in parentheses, yeah, we know, shut the fuck up. Whatever. But what Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Not Super Mario Wonder. Not Super Mario Wonder Brothers. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. A little clunky on the tongue, but whatever. That looks cool as hell. Whatever. I very much would like to play that. I will happily play that game. Very interested in seeing more of that for sure. I'm asking myself the question now, and I think we all have to ask ourselves the same question. Do you really intend to play the Metal Gear Solid games again in this day and age? Especially in a world where 3 is going to get a full-on remake on other platforms? Like, are you at all interested in the very idea of them putting 3 out again? Do you even want to play 1 and 2 again? Like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of no's. I'm seeing a fair number of yeses as well. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't know that I ever want to play it again. But I think that game was incredible at the time of its release. I loved the The bait and switch on lead characters, I thought was just the best. I thought that the way that subverted, people's view of Solid Snake as this hero character, and then over the course of the rest of the games, just kind of not really, not letting Solid Snake just be generic fucking action hero, and I think like doing that in Metal Gear Solid 2, I think is really awesome. But the stuff I love about Metal Gear Solid 2 isn't always the stuff where it's a video game, like it's, and that's why I would be a little bit curious to go back to it, because it has been a really long time since I have played it. But a lot of cutscenes, and that's whatever. That's MGS1 as well. I'd be curious. That's the sort of the other weird thing about the footage they showed there of Metal Gear Solid 1 in that trailer, is those textures looked like they were swimming all over the place like a PlayStation 1 game. Like, those are solvable problems in emulation these days, and I am curious to know if that's something you could turn off or on, or what sort of options you would have with MGS1 when it comes to emulating it, because you can play Metal Gear Solid 1 on a Switch right now and make it look quite a bit better than it did on an original PlayStation if you so choose. But also, the filth of that game is perhaps part of the charm. The filth of those swimmy ass textures on a PlayStation 1 is delightful in some cases. That said, when I go back to play PlayStation games these days, I play them in a format that lets me turn most of that shit off and up-res the textures and, all your PXGP options or whatever the fuck it is, and perspective correction and geometry correction and whatever else. But I love that the filth is still an option. I love that filth. I'm getting, let's check out some, let me glance at my email here before we move forward and maybe play some games or something. And see what press releases came in for some of these games to see if there is any okay, I'm going to respond to this email really quick. That Mortal Kombat stress test is this weekend as of Friday morning. What is it? Okay, so Friday, June 23rd at 8 a.m. through a Monday at 8 a.m. Man, that is the absolute worst weekend for them to be doing that. This weekend, when my wife is leaving town and I will be with the kids alone, I will not have much time to play Mortal Kombat 1. But maybe we'll stream some on Friday, assuming I get a code in time or whatever. But okay, let's look over the press releases here. AEW Fight Forever reveals exploding barbed wire deathmatch mode. The way they are rolling out assets and videos of this AEW game is insane. There's like a 2.5 hour video of just raw gameplay that I think AEW put up themselves, and then they put out this video of the barbed wire deathmatch mode, and then various people are running footage on their own channels, and yet reviewers can't. And then they're doing character reveals, and it's just, it feels like suddenly everything lined up and they're like, okay, CM Punk, okay, we put him back on television. Okay, now we can promote this game. Or so, like, there's just, It's just fucking weird. It feels like they have no idea what they're doing. We'll have more to say about AEW Fight Forever in the relatively near future. The video game. Okay, let's see. Private Division and Evening Star announced Penny's Big Breakaway, available for Switch, PS5, Xbox, and PC early next year. Okay. Immerse yourself in a beautifully stylized, colorful adventure in which you play as Penny, the Yotagonist. The motherfucking Yotagonist. Oof. Warner Brothers and DC announced Batman Arkham Trilogy for Nintendo Switch. Scheduled to launch this fall with all DLC. Developed for Switch by Turn Me Up Games. What? What the fuck is it? Turn Me Up Games. Los Angeles award-winning independent developer, according to their website. You load it up and it just says, let's go. What other games have they worked on? Okay, that's it. That's the only one that's on there. Oh, okay, no, wait. Wayfinder for PlayStation and PC. It Takes Two for Switch. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for Switch. Borderlands Legendary Collection for Switch. Journey to the Savage Planet for Switch. Life is Strange for mobile. And so on and so forth. Okay. So they've done a handful of things. Switch ports, seemingly, so. I'm clicking the About button to see who they are, and oh my god. They've got a little video here that doesn't, this is just showing the games again. This is not showing who you are. Who founded the studio, and so on and so forth. Was what I wanted to see there, but it was not there. Anyway. Okay, yeah. Batman coming to Switch. Vampire Survivors Couch Co-op mode and Switch version announced. The Couch Co-op mode will come in a free update on August 17th and let you play with up to 4 players on PC, Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and mobile. Yes, 4-player Couch Co-op on Steam Deck. That's how I roll. Iconic characters join Avatar Generations. That's a different thing. Okay, that appears to be, unless some of it got marked as spam. I get a lot of spam. I have started getting a lot of spam from, it's a lot of spam from online gambling companies that do research, quote unquote, about topics related to games and hope, and I should look around and see if anyone ever runs this stuff because it is embarrassing if they do. And so they do all these pie charts and infographics and stuff and then say, this is brought to you by shitheadpoker.net. And come on out and play cards on the internet or whatever it is. I have been getting, and it's like, it feels like an agenda at this point, but I have been getting so many emails from one of these companies that is trying to imply that people are demanding their money back for Diablo 4. And so they're doing like all these, it's just like Google, it's like screenshots of Google Trends and then saying like, searches for getting Diablo refunds are spiking after this happened. You know, it's like really fucking embarrassing shit. Because I do not think the conversation around Diablo 4 is about returning Diablo 4. In a large sense. It's fucking wild. And so it comes across as just like, are you trying to, that's not really the reality of the conversation around Diablo 4. I don't really get why. Like, I don't think Diablo 4 is perfect or anything like that, but I think you are fucking being crazy. Anyway. that appears to be everything as far as press releases and stuff that I got for some of those other games. But yeah, okay. Nintendo did some stuff. And I think they did some mostly good stuff. And some stuff that's not for me, but is still probably going to be exciting for other folks. Like, you know, Pikmin and such. And that's that. I'm going to hit this button.